Yes, students, good morning. And in continuation with the video lecture for chapter 10, that is mechanical properties of fluids, we had discussed till surface tension. We had discussed, and now in today's video, that is part 6 of the video lecture, we are going to discuss about surface energy. So, first of all, we will discuss about surface energy. So, dear students, understand what is the meaning of surface energy. Suppose I had taken a container, okay, and inside the container, the liquid has a curved meniscus. This meniscus is called as, this shape is called as curved meniscus. Curved meniscus. Okay, so liquid tries to maintain its shape as an sphere, which is the lowest energy state. Means if shape of the liquid, shape of the liquid is curved, means it has its lowest energy state. Lowest energy state. And liquid occupy this shape due to its lowest energy state. But to make it stretch, if we want to maintain the membrane of the liquid somewhat stretched, we have to do some extra work over the liquid, and that extra work which had been done over the liquid to make its shape as a stretched membrane, that energy is called as surface energy. So surface energy is, if required to increase the surface area of the liquid at constant temperature. If required to increase surface area of the liquid at constant temperature. If it is required to increase the surface area of the liquid at constant temperature, some work has to be done, because if we stretch it, we will increase the surface area at constant temperature, and so some work must be needed to be done over the surface. Some work is needed to be done. Some work is needed to be done, and whatever the work is done over the liquid surface, that work is stored as surface energy. That work is stored as surface energy of the liquid. That is called as the surface energy of the liquid. So surface energy is nothing, potential energy per unit area of the potential energy per unit area. This is called as surface. This is called as surface energy. Potential energy per unit area, whatever the work we had done, so potential energy per unit area is called as the surface energy. So surface energy is defined as work done per unit. Surface energy is the ratio of work done per unit area upon increase in surface area. increase in it is work done per unit area upon increase in surface area. And so it can, its SI unit is what? SI unit, its SI unit is, SI unit of work done is joule, and increase in area, that is meter square, so its unit is joule per meter square. So surface energy can be, the unit of surface energy can be given as joule per meter square. Now we will discuss about relation between surface energy and surface tension. So dear students, we will discuss about relation between surface energy and surface tension. What is the relation between surface energy and surface tension? Okay, for that we are taking a container, and suppose this is P and Q, and this is R and S. Now RS part of this container is movable, and due to this, due to the surface tension, suppose this has the length L, this has the length L, and a force F dash is acting in this direction, and the liquid is 2SL. 2SL is the surface tension which is acting along this direction. So now the membrane is stressed. Suppose this is P and Q and R and S, and the membrane is stressed R dash S dash, and this distance is considered as, this distance is Z. So dear students, I want to say that surface tension is what? Surface tension is equal to surface tension, and this surface tension is S, and it can be written as force per unit. This surface tension can be written as force per unit length, and force per unit length, so force is acting what? F dash. And dear students, since the liquid which is inside this PQRS has two faces, so we can write it as F dash upon 2L. So from here F dash is equal to what? S into 2L, that is S into 2L, which is exerting, that is as a restoring force experienced by the liquid layer to work against this F dash which is applied on RS. So it can be written as F dash is equal to S into 2L. Now this, if due to the effect of this F dash, this RS is movable, and this RS had moved to a distance Z, that is R dash S dash. So total work done in moving distance Z, total work done moving in distance Z. So it will be equal to W work done, external work done, that is W is equal to what? F dash into Z, and F dash is equal to S into 2L into Z, S into 2L into Z. So increase in surface area, increase in now dear student, what is the increase in surface area. So increase in surface area of the film is what? Surface area, that is this distance is 2L. This distance is 2L, both side, this side and this side. So it is considered as two films. So it is considered as 2L into Z. Increase in surface area to length into breadth, that is area 2L into Z. So why it is taken as 2L? Because it has two films. Suppose if we are taking it as a soap bubble, the soap bubble has two films, so it is considered as 2L, and it is given as 2L into Z. So surface energy is equal to work done upon surface energy is what? Surface energy is equal to work done upon increase in surface area. Increase in surface area. And dear students, work done is what? Work done is S into 2L into Z upon increase in surface area is 2L into Z. 2L to 2L cancel, Z to Z cancel out. And so we can give that surface energy that is equal to, surface energy is equal to what? Surface tension. So we can say that the surface energy is nothing, surface energy is equal to surface tension. So value of the surface energy of the liquid is numerically equal to the value of the surface tension. Now I am briefing it. Look at here. This is a movable surface. RS is movable. It is fixed. It has a length L. It has length L. So since it has two films, so the surface tension can be given as 2L into S. 2L into S, and F dash is the force applied. Since F dash is the force applied, due to the application of F dash force, this part has moved to a distance Z, and it is denoted by R dash Z dash. So surface tension can be given as F dash upon 2L, and F dash is equal to S into 2L. Total work done, force into displacement. Force is of what? S into 2L. 2L, because whatever the film inside this a liquid is kept here. Suppose you had seen that when you are blowing some soap bubbles, so a film is created, such type of film is created here, and so 2L is taken, it has two films. Increase in surface area is equal to 2L into Z. Increase in surface area, length into breadth, that will give area. So it has two lengths, so 2L into Z. Surface energy is equal to work done into upon increase in surface area. So work done is equal to S into 2L into Z upon 2L into Z. 2L cancel, and surface area is equal to surface tension. Now dear students, this is all about the relation between surface energy and surface tension. Now we are going to discuss about the angle of contact. Yes students, look at here. The next discussion is angle of contact. Angle of contact. So dear students, while discussing about angle of contact, I want to say that suppose a liquid drop, there are two cases I am taking. First case is there is a surface, and at that surface a liquid drop is placed like this. Means it is the case droplet on a lotus leaf, and another is situation is that this is the situation: droplet on a plane surface. So angle of contact is nothing. Angle of contact is the angle between tangent to the liquid surface. Angle between tangent to the liquid, angle between the tangent to the liquid surface at the point of contact, at the point of contact, and the solid surface at which the liquid drop is kept. Okay, it means to say that the this angle that is surface tension between what? So droplet and the liquid and air, and here the tangent SLA, surface tension. So this angle theta, which it makes, this angle theta which makes, we have drawn the tangent at the curved part which is in contact with the solid or the surface over which the liquid droplet is placed, we had kept here, and the other surface is, this is what? Surface tension between solid and air, and this thing is solid and liquid. Surface tension solid and liquid, and here also SSA and SSL. Okay, SSA is what? SSA is equal to surface tension between solid and air. Surface tension between solid and air. SLA, surface tension between liquid and air. Surface tension between liquid and air, and the another is SSL, that is surface tension between solid and liquid. Surface tension between solid and liquid. So these are the notifications, these are the denotions for these surface tensions. Now here, look at here, students, as the liquid is at rest, this angle is called as angle of contact. Means in the general language you can say that whatever the angle, the tangent which is in contact with the surface, if a liquid drop is in contact with the surface, then the tangent over the curved part, whatever the angle it makes, that angle is called as the angle of contact. So here, look at here, this is angle theta, and if the liquid is in equilibrium, if the drop is in equilibrium. If the drop is in equilibrium, then the net forces are equal to 0. So if the net forces are equal to 0, then what we are observing, suppose here I am taking, so we can say that SLA, the component of this along this side is SLA cos theta plus SSL is equal to SSA. Okay students, SSL plus SLA cos theta is equal to SSA. Look at here, component of this along this side SLA cos theta. Since the liquid is at rest, or we can say that the drop is at rest, or we can say that it is in equilibrium. So for equilibrium, SLA cos theta plus SSL is equal to SSA. These are the surface tensions I had given. Now we have to find the formula for cos theta. Cos theta is equal to what? Cos theta is equal to SSA minus SSL upon SLA. Okay, means cos theta can be given by as the surface tension between solid air, the surface tension between solid and air, this minus the surface tension between solid and liquid upon the surface tension between liquid and air. So from here we can find out the angle of contact. Now for this angle of contact, there are two cases. First case I am discussing, if SSL is greater than SSA. SSL is greater than SSA, means the cos theta is equal to negative, and if this one is greater and this one is less, then cos theta will be negative, and if cos theta will be negative, means theta is equal to what? Theta is equal to obtuse angle. And if theta is equal to obtuse angle, then what will happen? Means the shape is the circular one. And this drop is not going to does not weight the surface. Drop does not weight the surface. Why the drop does not weight the surface? Because here the molecules of the liquid, the molecules of the drop has more intermolecular force as compared to the force with the solid and liquid. Whatever the force experienced by the solid and liquid, it is smaller as compared to the intermolecular forces between the liquid drop, and for that it will make a shape just like circular one, and it has not the tendency to weight the surface. But in contrary with that, if the thing is like that, this is case first, I am taking second case. If the second case is that if SSL is less than SSA, means cos theta is equal to positive, and theta is what? Acute angle. Theta is equal to acute angle, and if theta is equal to acute angle, means the molecules inside the liquid has lesser force as compared to the molecule and solid interaction. So the drop spreads over the surface. And it can weight the surface. In contact. Okay, so this situation where we observe this situation is observed when mercury is placed over a plane surface, or when a water drop is kept over the lotus leaf. Then in that situation the angle of contact is obtuse. But when water drop is kept on a table or water drop is kept on a glass, then it is spreads like that, and theta is equal to acute, and it has the tendency to weight the surface. So this is about angle of contact. Okay students, now we are going to discuss about the excess pressure. Yes students, now we will discuss about the most interesting topic, that is called as excess pressure. Excess pressure. In case of excess pressure, we will discuss about the excess pressure in case of water drop, and another thing we will discuss about in case of soap bubble. So first of all, we will discuss about the excess pressure inside a liquid drop. So first of all, excess pressure inside a liquid drop. Excess pressure inside a liquid drop. Excess pressure inside a liquid drop. So first of all, we will discuss about, suppose there is a liquid, we have taken a liquid drop, and the liquid drop has radius r, and the pressure inside pressure is pi, and due to the inside pressure the liquid has increased its radius to dr. Liquid drop has increased its radius to dr, and the pressure outside, this is outside pressure or atmospheric pressure, whatever you can say. So excess pressure P can be given as P outside minus P inside. So excess pressure is P inside minus outside, because this pressure is greater, interior pressure is greater, so it can be written as P inside minus P outside. So due to a spherical shape of the liquid, so there is an excess pressure Pi, the drop over the outside. Okay, so excess pressure inside pressure is greater than outside, and excess pressure can be given as P is equal to Pi minus P outside. Now Pi is the total pressure inside, that is total